Hello all, on Sunday the 2nd of May. Title for you, Sitting at the Feet of Jesus. It's great, isn't it? Where are we going to be positioned tonight? Let's position ourselves at the feet of Jesus with our eyes fixed firmly upon him. Let us gaze at him this night. It's great, isn't it? You ever thought about that? You know, when you go on your walks and you get to a high point and you're sitting there and you think, wow, look at this view, look at this vantage point where I can look out and see this view. Well, let's get excited tonight that we're sitting at the feet of Jesus. And that is an amazing vantage point to have this night. To listen to him. He is the Word. You know, what word does he have? Literally, that word, literally it's the Greek word logos, of him, the word of him. We are listening for his words again tonight. So, let's not move. And in me pondering this subject and having a look at different aspects that I've come across, in the first century, sitting at a teacher's feet was the mark of a disciple, a follower, and a faithful student. The Apostle Paul, he explained that in his experience, it was at the feet of Gamaliel that he was educated. It's a physical position, and it's a position through reading around this that's meant to show humility, respect, and a willingness to listen. It just talks about, this aspect of Paul and Gamaliel in Acts 22 verse 3. So tonight, we would see ourselves as followers of Christ, as disciples, so that's where we need to be sitting, at his feet. Again, I'm reminded when I used to go into the nursery school where Esther was, and then she was obviously in the nursery at home gate and moved into the actual school itself of the infants and the juniors. And I remember, going in and helping in the nursery. And at story time, that's what happened. The little children came and sat around the teacher's feet and listened to the stories. What a beautiful picture. So that's us tonight. Doesn't matter how young, how old. Sit at Jesus' feet and listen to the words that he would give us. Jesus welcomed Mary. And I love this phrase. Jesus welcomed Mary in his travelling classroom. Because Jesus moved around a lot. It's a travelling classroom. It wasn't just in the synagogue. He travelled and spoke and gave the word. And the unusual thing was this was in an era where the Jewish females were relegated to a women's section in the back of a synagogue, hidden behind a screen. But what did Jesus do? He made room. He made room for the women. He made room for Mary. Mary sat at his feet and listened to the stories. Listened and gained and gleaned from the experience of her master. Jesus made room, and he makes room again for us tonight to come to him. It's brilliant, isn't it? Matt talks a lot about culture, developing culture. Well, this is certainly a culture to develop, one whereby we sit at the master's feet. I love it. So that's where we need to sit tonight, like Mary, and not get distracted by Martha, which we find that story in Luke 10 verse 40. The Greek word for distracted is to draw away. Well, many distractions do draw us away from him. This is the one thing we need to be intimate with him. We need to sit at his feet. You can read stories, about this. It says, like, be the better like Mary, because that won't be taken from you. It's amazing, isn't it? That's where we need to sit. Mary was sitting, she was sitting in that story when Lazarus died and Jesus hadn't come yet. She was sitting because they were expected to sit for 7 days as a Jewish custom to receive visitors after someone of the family had died. She was sitting. And then he talks about in my study, Jesus, because Martha had gone to meet Jesus. She was busy. She went to meet Jesus. She wanted to find him. And it talks about Jesus called for Mary. And it says, in this particular instance, the Greek word is like phonio, which is where we get our phone. It's like Jesus phoned for Mary. It says she jumped up to go to meet her master. And that Greek word there is the word that Jesus used and was the resurrection. So it's great, isn't it? Sit at the feet of Jesus when he gives you the call. Jump to your feet. It's like you're transformed, you're resurrected. It's brilliant. Come and see. Verse 34 of that in John 11 verse 32. She fell at Jesus' feet again when she went to find him. And verse 34, come and see. And the Greek word that's used here is an invitation to serve as a witness and to perceive what's going on. Wow, what an invitation for us tonight. To come, we're sitting at his feet, come and see. And what does that do? Serves us as a witness and to perceive what's going on. Let's perceive what's going on. That's our invitation tonight. Come and see. So I just encourage you, like I'm encouraging myself, sit at his feet. Learn from the teacher. Sit at his feet. See what's going on. Speak the words of life. Prophesy again that he gifts us again tonight. It's an awesome thing to sit and to be gifted with those words and words of wisdom, words of direction, words of encouragement. Write them down. Speak them out. So be blessed in your prayer time this day. Amen.